squad OPORD for Operation Bobcat Lightning. Our situation includes our task organization, which our task for a platoon, Charlie Company, 1st Platoon Charlie Company 1-5 Infantry, is to disrupt enemy forces in AO Ronan. Our purpose is to deny enemy influence on a brigade main effort. First squad, which is us, is the main effort. Our task is attack to destroy objective Phantom. Our purpose is to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. Attached is gun 1 with 3 packs from weapon squad. Second squad task is to ambush destroy enemy in the vicinity of objective Reaper. The purpose is to disrupt enemy operations in Route Camaro. They are attached as gun 2. Third squad task is a demonstration to suppress enemy on objective Ghost and deceive enemy of USF composition and disposition. Our area of interest includes AO Amrock, AO Noslack, and our area of operation, AO Ronan. Within our area of interest, the enemy has 1 platoon of Z-10Ks in Taotung Air Base. Trigger is ID of key USF battalion or higher enablers with a reaction time of 30 minutes. Indirect fires include PL-66 152mm howitzers in vicinity of Taotung. And a squad-sized element at USF near objective Bobcat will trigger them with a 10-minute reaction time. PP-87s near objective Phantom, spotted by battalion Q-50 counterfire radar with a reaction time of 5 minutes. They have 1 motorized platoon in reserve to prevent USF advance along MSRs, and they have a reaction time of 40 minutes. They have a platoon of HQ-16s in vicinity of Luge, right over here, and they have a platoon of PGZ-04 Alphas in vicinity of this town across the river for ADA and defense. Familiarize yourself with objective Phantom and the key train 1 and 2 near objective Phantom. Our trace is Hill 3535 and Hill 435 in the north and Hill 910 in the south. Our eastern trace is Coastal Mountain Range, and our western trace is the Bainan River. Our GTAO, our operations overlays, is a zoomed in version of this with Route Camaro in the north, here, and objective Phantom on the south. We have PL Arctic and PL Alaska. Our GTAO includes our obstacles, which are triple strand concertina wire near objective Camaro, and the Bainan River and the Coastal Mountain Range. This will make it difficult for dismounted operations, and this concertina wire will block our access to high-speed avenues of approach. We have 6 avenues of approach. 1 through 3 are friendly, and 4 through 6 are enemy. Our primary avenue of approach is Avenue of Approach 1, secondary is Avenue of Approach 2, and alternate is Avenue of Approach 3. The enemy's primary is 4, their secondary is 5, and their alternate is 6. Avenue of Approach 1 provides a decent avenue of approach, but it's in high elevation areas and will require us to move quite slowly. Avenue of Approach 2 is more winding and crosses more water, which will take more time, but will be more concealed from enemy LPOPs. Our key terrain is Jefferson Hill here, and our main intersection here. Critical to key terrain 1 is critical to taking and keeping objective Phantom. Key terrain 2 is critical for best defensive key terrain 1. To defeat enemy mortar assets in key terrain 1 must be secured to capture an objective Phantom. Enemy will likely have control over key terrain 1. Coastal mountains provide excellent oversight for our AO and Avenue of Approach 1. Ivy lines can provide enemy with oversight of our AAs, and the valleys provide good covered concealment but make it movement difficult. Long movements for Avenue of Approach 2 and even 1 will take a long time but should be well concealed, and the coastal mountains provide spurs that allow the enemy plenty of LPOP positions. Our illumination is pretty good throughout the operation. The enemy's lack of MVGs will hinder night ops, and it's negligible for us, and so it favors us. The wind will be low, the precipitation will be high throughout the operation, and will reduce visibility and movement speed drastically, as well as no UAS, so it favors the enemy. The cloud covers nearly 100% throughout the operation, which further prevents use of UAS with thermals and MVGs needed. Favors us. Temperature and humidity will further hinder movement speed, and so that favors the enemy. 2 levels up, our company analysis shows a motorized infantry company at 98% strength with 120 packs. 1-2-1-7-9-7 is the main effort, establish complex battle positions within AO Ronan, and their purpose is to block USF from pushing south. They have CSK 141s and QJY 88s with 30 packs total. 1-3-1-7-9 across the river is building fortifications to secure that AO. They also have the same key weapon systems with 30 packs. The enemy has 2 platoons of ADA. Their task is to conduct disruption operations on the coast using their ADA, and they have PGZ 04 Alphas and HQ 16s with 30 packs each. The most common weapon system is QBZ 95s, which is comparable to the M4, and the most dangerous weapon system is the QJY 88, most comparable to the M2. One level up, we're facing a motorized infantry platoon at 90% strength with 39 packs. Their main effort is occupying a village and suppressing the locals here, and their main effort is controlling this village down here to suppress the locals. They have 4 QBZ 95s, a QJY 88, a QBU 88, a QZ 89, and a DZJ 08. Those are their key weapon systems. Their supporting effort is to disrupt traffic along Route Camaro, providing early warning of USF movements. They have a mortar team near Objective Phantom to disrupt USF movement and prevent USF freedom of maneuver with a PP-87 82mm mortar and 3 QBZ 95s with 4 packs. The other squads have 8 packs. They also have an enemy recon team, or enemy recon squad, doing screening operations in the northeast to find us. The most common weapon system is QBZ 95, comparable to the M4. Dangerous weapon system is QJZ 89, comparable to the M2. At our level, we're facing a squad augmented by the mortar team and the recon teams. Their task is to control and disrupt USF operations near Objective Phantom, and their purpose is to deny USF reconsolidation. Our unit faces a squad at 95% strength with 9 personnel. Organic to their weapon systems are QJY 88s. They have 2 of them here, and their purpose is to control the AO with a range of 1,600 meters, comparable to the M2, covers a significant amount of the AO. Attached is a PP-87, a part of the mortar team, located near Objective Phantom here, and their purpose is to disrupt the entire AO. Their range is 6 kilometers, and they can cover the entire AO. HVTL is Key Terrain 1, critical to holding Objective Phantom. Key Terrain 2 is control of road for transmission operations. HVTL for us is Key Terrain 1, and for the high ground on Objective Phantom, and QJY 88 to destroy their deadliest weapon. Enemy capabilities by warfighting functions include intelligence, enemy LPOPs, locations for screening movement is a strength for them. Movement and maneuver enemies have CSK 141s and have Route Camaro defended and controlled, which is a weakness because without proper intel, they will be eliminated by our Q50 radar with battalion fires. Fires include a small mortar team set to disrupt the AO, which is a weakness because without intel, they will be eliminated. Protection is assumed triple strand concertina wire, which is a weakness because we're not focused on Route Camaro. Access to high-speed avenues of approach is a strength because they're focusing on transition operations, and their command and control with widely dispersed forces with a lack of communication could hinder their response to any of our movements. Their most likely course of action is to control key terrain and screen for USF offensive operations with the area defense. Decisive is an early ID of USF movement and clear communications. It's decisive because it will allow the enemy to make best use of their HS high-speed avenues of approach and limited IDF. The purpose of their enablers is their fires to disrupt USF ops and their surveillance to screen for USF movement. Terrain is key terrain, their end state, key terrain 1 and key terrain 2 controlled, USF detected and disrupted. They're going to save the infrastructure and continue defense and transition. Team 1 and 2 will control key terrain 2, provide enemy with high-speed avenues of approach. Team 3 will disrupt key terrain 1 and deny USF freedom of maneuver, and Team 4 and 5 will screen the northern AO and detect USF movement. Our friendly mission and intent is Charger Company disrupts enemy forces in AO Ronin no later than 30/2200 August 24 in order to deny enemy influence on their battalion AO. Some key tasks are to disrupt enemy operations in depth, deny enemy uncontested use of high-speed avenues of approach, retain max combat power, and avoid decisive engagements, and reconsolidate 2nd and 3rd platoon. Their end states are primary MSRs and AO Ronin contested. Enemy is North Torbian forces in zone disrupted without accurate knowledge of SECO element composition and disposition. We're going to minimize civilian casualties and collateral damage to infrastructure and disperse elements reconsolidated. For the platoon, the mission statement is the main effort, C-15, disrupts enemy forces in AO Ronin no later than 30/2200 August 24 in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion main effort. Expanded purpose and key tasks are similar, as well as the end state. Finally, we have a concept sketch. We have the first squad, us, and main effort moving to destroy Objective Phantom. 2nd squad will move to destroy Objective Reaper, and third squad will move to secure Objective Ghost.